Guys, you are being controlled by this thing, and this thing is actually not allowing you to think, to do critical thinking, not to raise any kind of question. If you will raise it, you will be in loss. If you will raise it, you will be punished. They will say to you, ask to me a question 100 times, but when you will go to us, they will directly will say no, or they will insult you. And because of this, you're not allowed to think. They will blackmail you in the way that if you will not follow this, you will be in loss. You will not be hired for any job. You will not be a great employee. You will be tougher if you don't follow what I am saying. What I am saying to memorize thing, copy paste it. This is what it is doing, and because of it, your mind is controlled. And after that institute thing, when you go further in life, and this mindset is there. Do you know how this all things work? Then watch this video till the end. So there we go with it. Do you know what is that thing which is actually controlling you? That is the institutes. The most of the institutes are designed in a way to not ask any question, not to think, just believe in what they are saying. Otherwise, you will be in loss. Otherwise, you'll not be hired for any job. Just memorize that thing, copy paste an exam. Memorize it, copy paste, or analyze it. Nothing much. Then you will be a great employee. They're training you just like this, and that's what they're doing. Yeah. And even because of it, people are being fooled just easily, and people are taking benefits of it. This people are being fooled, and this people are taking benefits. Do you know how this thing works? Let me just tell you the 3 strategies of people, how this all people brain washes them. There we go with it. First thing which they do, repeat the message over and over again. What do I mean by this line? They just repeat the message over and over again. What happened by this? If we say something again and again, what people start thinking, hey, it's factual message. It's factual information. Then they believe it without any thinking, without any critical thinking, without any raising question, because they are processed in a way by these all institutes. And they just believe it like anything. And they're not even using their mind. And they afterwards what they think? Oh, I'm so tired. Because they are using their physical body so much, they're not using their mind in a proper way, but unless they're using in a way that they were just actually not needed. Even they're processed in a way, so if there is a stall, and there are so many crowds, so much crowd is there, they will attract by it. Oh, so much crowd, the product must be good. They buy it. This is how the things work. And they are taking benefits, and you are being fooled by it. That's what. And second strategy which they apply is they cause sort of negative emotion in receivers. They just cause some kind of ill emotions, like negative emotion, like guilt, fear, shame. There are actually somebody manipulated us to think about it. Fear make you feel so bad, so that you can buy the product or do something like this to them, or not to think much about it, because they are making you feel that you are not enough. You are not enough. You can't do big in your life. That's what to do here. And you'll be fooled by it. But just think. And third thing which actually comes here is having few people who are actually called experts. How this thing works? They take few of the experts. They are having a type of good connections and good kind of knowledge of institute. So what they do is the experts just pick anybody from the institutes, they set them particular thing, and they are actually, or like institutes are paying them, and they are doing kind of advertisement or growing them to have that thing, have their product, or believe in them. How? Let me just tell you again. It is needed. They take experts, institutes like experts. They pay to them, and they just follow kind of. They are actually then being like having that being actually educated of that institute, and they are just advertising kind of, or kind of they're like making them grown about. Look, this is the thing. You have to follow it, otherwise you will win a loss. They're following like this. And they don't say it to you directly, but indirectly, which actually creates so deep impact. Yeah, that is what is the thing. This is how why they take experts, why they pay to them, because they are having benefit. They are having. Another thing, doesn't matter what media says, what doctor says, what spokesman says, what politician says, what lawyer says. Not most of, but some of, which actually matters. Because what they are doing is most of doing, taking, copy pasting. They are not, I see people, they are just not even seeking the thing. They're taking, copy pasting. They are not even being cross-examined. They're not even thinking about how this works. Or is this right? Or it says true? Or kind of, they're not even raising any kind of question on it. Taking, copy pasting. Most of the lawyers, most of the doctors, most of the media, same thing they're doing. And this is what? And even they're designed in a way not to do cross-checking, cross-examining. Why? Why? Institute have taught them. But why I am saying this, critical thinking is needed. If you just follow the institute thing, you'll not be able to progress your mind. But when you follow the critical thinking, when you will actually think about it, when you will actually think about it, raise the questions. If you're following anything like a religion, any tradition, any kind of thing, or any kind of thing which you are doing, you have to raise question about it. Why you are actually following it? Because it matters a lot. Yeah. If raise the question, then you will get the answer. And when you will do critical thinking, you will just don't believe that majority was saying wrong. There will be like one or two people who were actually saying right, and there will be so much majority who was saying wrong. Hundreds of people were saying wrong, and one or two people were saying right. This is how majority works. 1%, 2%, 3% saying wrong, other also comes. Nobody is doing critical thinking because it's hard. Because they are not taught to be. What they are taught to be? Not to think. If they will think or ask anything, punishment. They have taught us to not think. You have to, for critical thinking, you don't have to do much. Whatever you are doing, whatever you are following, whatever knowledge, whatever you are knowing, think about it. Is this true? How it works? Research about it. First thing, think, research. Second thing, raise the question on it. Raise the question, research about it, know the answer, even ask to anybody else. Just two things. Looks simple. It's easy to do, simple to do, but also same as easy to neglect. And there will be so remarkable results of critical thinking. Number one, which will be you will take better decisions, great decisions. And the richest person in the world has said this, that first, that once a person asked to the richest person that what is the one quality you have actually, because of it you have been rich. That person said, because of the one reason, which is actually making fast decision. Making fast decision, and by it you will be a better decision person, better decision maker. You will be so quick in it because you will practice it again and again. And how great this skill is, I just can't tell you by words. And second, you will be so much better, great at communicating. Because you must have heard that your thoughts, your words are actually saying your thoughts. Your words are the servants of thoughts. What your thoughts are saying, which will automatically will come. Even whatever you're saying, whatever you think, that thing will come by your words. This is what will happen. You must have noticed that thing, that if there is a person who is so knowledgeable, who is so good at particular thing, then by his voice, whatever he's saying, by his communication, you will understand that this person is of that category. This is how you will have. And communication, I just can't tell you how much benefit communication gives. So by critical thinking, you will have these two benefits. Better decision maker you will be, and better communicator. And one more misconception that people have, and by this misconception people also dies with, they don't even think that in a society what happens, if there is a person who is having multiple degrees, people start thinking that that person must be so intelligent, must be so smart, critical thinker. No, that person is following particular step, going, memorizing, copy pasting, not even doing cross checking, cross examining. No, this thing is not truth, that a person with a multiple degrees is always smarter, critical thinker. Remember this, because there are lots of people who are having this misconception. Don't believe in it. Or that person with multiple degrees can be, or in a way can be, he will be in a good type of, in a one way of memorizing or analyzing thing, but not in a critical thinking area. No, not at all. And even that person with a multiple degree is also cross-checking the information. No, not truth always. Most of the people doesn't do, even not think about it. Go, memorize, copy, paste. This is what they have taught. Listen, critical thinking is needed. Otherwise, you will be in loss. You will be at the same position, even at the lower in the future, because world is growing, world is developing, so you need higher thing, you need critical thinking. A lot till now there were so many hidden secrets, if I tell so, of institutes. They were actually hidden already, and now it is actually coming out. Before, people were not saying anything about it, but now people are saying. Slowly, changes will be there in it. Slowly, so many things will be there in it. So now, whatever you're doing, it's okay. But after a few time, it will not be. So you have to change. Otherwise, you will be in loss, or you will not grow. You're actually not using your mind properly. So do critical thinking. You will have wow results. Better decision maker you will be. the quality of richest man, and second, a better communicator. Who don't like to just talk to a person who is so impressive, or talk to a person like you must have met someone, you just met someone with like 2 3 minutes, but you love to talk to that person, and you have the desire to talk because his or her communication is good. And if you improve your communication, the same thing will happen with you. So critical thinking is needed.